Way back in 2012, Plague Inc. was released, a game that centered around creating a virus, mix different diseases and do your best to extinguish the human race. It's a dark premise. 2019 continues that unsettling idea with Ramble Inc., a game about creating a thriving government, all while extinguishing the insurgent rebellion.
I rebel.
So let's find out if this follow-up is worth your tapping fingers. It's Ramble time. Ramble Inc. is available on Android and iOS devices. First and foremost, I have to address the obvious here. This is not a game with action blasting action. In fact, most of the time you will be reading, making hard choices, reading, and making even more hard decisions. This video won't consist of the most entertaining gameplay footage, yet the fact that I'm making a video about this game goes to show there is something really special here. There, I warned you. Basically, you're tasked with governing a region. You choose a headquarters, then you choose how to govern, or not govern? The game is about choice. The consequences and how you circumvent them is all part of the fun. Without getting into too much detail, you decide what is important. Maybe it's to develop farmlands, or give people toilets, or create a democracy, or healthcare, or okay, you get the picture. Every choice will extend the skill trees, unlocking more choices. Once the rebels begin to attack, you can send out the military to oppose them, then decide if you want airstrikes, intel, or more soldiers. All of this creates a game of mastermind as you balance your currency, try not to let corruption prevail, or just do your best to eliminate the rebels. Every once in a while, a newscast will tell you how your decisions are affecting the region, and every so often you'll have choices to make that drastically affect the game. Maybe it's as simple as holding elections, maybe it's a decision to team up with a rival country. It's all of these mechanics and more that make this game downright addicting. And I mean it. Once I had troops on the map, I made critical decisions on where to place them and how to engage or not engage with rebels. In order to win, you have to come to a peace deal or eliminate the rebels. You lose if corruption takes over or if you lose support, as shown by this bar. I'm only scratching the surface of a game that has many moving parts. I will say a loss only made me want to try different methods on my next playthrough, and a win made this tiny gamer feel like a uber dictator, or governor, or overlord, or whatever else you want to call it. Spoiler alert, the game deals with very dark themes. Subjects such as civilian deaths due to airstrikes. Depending on how you separate the realities of the world, one may be put off by it. I feel like it adds to the decision making, thus giving the game a sense of realism. Altogether, Ramble Inc. is a strategical, tactical, even thought-provoking game, as long as you don't mind long reading and some critical thinking. I'm wondering if I should even talk about the graphics. I mean, they are pretty basic. Nothing here is going to blast your eyeballs. The graphics consist of simple landscapes, simple menus, and simple information. For a game that prides itself on complicated scenarios, it's all pretty simple. Yet graphics don't always make a game great, and here it did not prevent me from enjoyment. Instead, I just focused more on the gameplay. So let's talk about the monetization. The devs made a hard choice here, and for the most part it works. The base game is completely free, and I mean free. No in-app purchases, and very limited ads. However, there is a premium version of the game for $2.99. This unlocks a whole slew of options. As you progress, you can obtain advisors that help with stats. However, these advisors can only be used on certain stages. With Premium Ramble Inc., you can hire additional advisors as well as use the ones already unlocked. This edition also gives the ability to speed up time. Now this may sound like cheating, but there were many times I wanted to skip months in order to earn currency faster or to see how my decisions play out over time. It can turn a 20-minute play session into a quick 10-minute time waster. Now these premium unlocks aren't necessary for successful fun, yet they do alleviate some of the grind as well as support the devs. I'd rather have this type of monetization than a hungry hippo in the shape of a loot box. So now that I've sunken some free time into Ramble Inc., I think I'll give it a rating. Actually, I really can't. This one is hard to recommend. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. In fact, I think it's amazingly good at providing strategic gameplay. Yet I understand this will not be everyone's cup of tea. If you were a fan of Plague Inc., then this one is right up your dilapidated alley. If you get excited for reading stats and percentages and making choices based on them, then this might just be for you. Heck, if you just want to become a militaristic dictator or even a diplomatic peace giver, then you may also enjoy Ramble Inc. Yet if all the gameplay you've seen in this video does nothing to excite your tapping fingers, then you may want to give it a pass. Listen, this game is free, so anybody on the fence can at least dip their toes in a war-torn countryside. So has any of you folks tried this game? If so, what are your thoughts? How does it compare to Plague Inc? Leave a comment below, as I am curious on your thoughts of this type of gameplay. As always, thanks for watching Tiny Little Games. Please subscribe to support my channel, like for more rambles, and ring that notification bell for video updates. Fun fact, I'm trying to grow a beard, and it's looking rather hideous.